Welcome to Talkin' Baseball with Brian Stoll and Andy Van Slyke, exclusively on 101sports.com.
Welcome back to 101sports.com for another edition of Talkin' Baseball with Andy Van Slyke. I'm Brian Stoll, and we are just about 2 weeks away from the Major League Baseball trading deadline. We've seen Milwaukee already go out and make a trade. Everybody's expecting Walt Jocketty in Cincinnati to be involved. Even the Pittsburgh Pirates are talking about getting involved. Waiting to see what the Cardinals are going to do.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything really from the front office, and everybody talks about Colby Rasmus being the one chip, the big chip that the Cardinals could move, but Slyke has been adamant, absolutely adamant about not moving Colby, and I can understand why. He has been sort of the poster child for the minor league system, the new minor league system that the Cardinals have put in place. And so I'm sure there's a lot of people within the organization who don't want to see him go. But having said all that, he may be the most valuable chip that Jon Jay does have to move to improve the ball club.
Yeah, and if Colby Rasmus stays, again, Jon Jay has reiterated numerous times now he's not interested in trading Colby Rasmus. If I'm an opposing team, besides looking at some of those young right arms that the Cardinals have in the organization, I'm saying, well, if you're going to be playing Colby, how about Jon Jay?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting right now. You can make a case that Jon Jay has been a more valuable player since May 7th, and Colby Rasmus has been batting 193, I think, since May 7th. Jon Jay has been a consistent performer all the way through, since spring training through the season. He's been a 300 hitter. Now, he hasn't driven in the RBIs that you like to see, but I think the more he gets in that situation, the more comfortable he would be, and he would come through with more RBI situations. So, yeah, I mean, if it isn't Colby, it could be Jon Jay. And I'm sure there's a lot of ball clubs, because he is a low-salary guy and a high-performing guy at this point in his career, Jon Jay might be the guy.
Yeah, and defensively, we've all seen what Jon Jay has been doing out there. So not advocating the trade of Jon Jay. It's just, again, if you're looking at it from the other side of the table, what do the Cardinals have as an organization that opposing teams would want? And we mentioned in the beginning, Cincinnati, yes, you expect Walt Jocketty to go out and do something. But the Pittsburgh Pirates, you retired, or you left Pittsburgh, what, in 1994?
94.
This is the first time since 97 they've been in first place this late in the year?
This late in the season. And back then, Lloyd McClendon, I believe, was the manager of the ball club. And I asked Lloyd, when I coached with him the last few years in Detroit, and he said that they were not going to make any moves 2 weeks up to the trading deadline. I think the situation is completely different now. I think the Pittsburgh Pirates are now, for the first time, in a situation where they almost have to. I don't think if they go out and don't make a trade, I think the fans are going to say, forget it. I mean, we've had enough. For the last 18 years, we've watched you guys just been miserable. This is the first time in almost 20 years that this ball club has a chance to win the division. I think they're almost going to be forced into doing something.
Yeah, last year they went out and got catcher Chris Snyder. This year I think everybody's hoping, and he's a solid player, but I think they're hoping for something a little more significant.
Well, they need a bat. I mean, they're 22nd in all baseball offensively. They don't really have any power in their offense. They're 8th in all of baseball pitching. Pitching's fine. They got hand at the end.
Bullpen's real good, yeah.
Real good bullpen. They need offense. They need a big bat. Don't be surprised if they go out and get one.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun couple weeks. So the trade rumors beginning to swirl. We'll keep you updated here on 101sports.com. For 101 ESPN, Andy Van Slyke, Brian Stoll with you, talking baseball.